This week on CinemaBeach, Sundance, the Globes, and a psycho prom bitch.
Hello and welcome to CinemaBeach. I'm Tony Ortiz.
And I'm Brian Thompson. CinemaBeach is a show that takes you inside the world of indie film, covering news and reviews from the website cinemabeach.com. Tony, how you doing this week?
Doing good, can't complain.
Yeah.
Another week.
Ready
Movies.
ready for Christmas?
Ready for Christmas. All the shopping done.
Oh, well, that's better than me. You see any good films this weekend? Or?
No, I was sick all
You're
week.
sick? Oh,
I was sick all
you
week.
feeling better than that, right?
Feeling better. So. Thanks for all the... I didn't get any notes.
No.
Yeah,
No.
feeling better.
Good.
How about you?
Had a good week.
Good films.
Good, yeah. Well, we saw Young Adult, which we'll talk about here in a few. Saw some good videos. Yeah, only saw Young Adult. Have to go see Sherlock Holmes tonight.
Ooh.
Wife's making me see it, so.
It should be bloody awful.
Lots of slow motion.
Yes. Yes. Fast cuts.
Fast cuts and slow motion. Contradictory, but yeah. Yeah, we got some good movies coming out, though. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You
A lot of
know,
movies I can't wait for.
end of the year, Oscar stuff coming out, all that good stuff, so.
Yes.
Some good news this week. We got the indie news feed here. So what do you got?
Yeah. I got the viewfinders list.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's that?
There's always tons of lists that people come out with in Hollywood, but this one is a little short film list of ones that caught everyone's attention for the year, and maybe everyone should go check out.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Blacklist, which focuses on screenplays. This one is focusing on short films. They've only been doing it for a couple years now. This is the second time, and so it's still kind of in its infancy. But my problem is that it kind of focuses on films that would attract the studio's eye. So it's kind of high glossy, high concept, high production value.
Like Dan Trachtenberg's The Portal.
Yeah, which was the #1 film. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Everything about it was amazing. So
Yeah.
for a short film, I'm sure he'll go on to have a very productive filmmaking career.
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
like.
Same with the film on there, The Gate, which deals with it evolved humans, and it's lots of CG and special effects. There's actually one of my favorite ones that was on the list was this movie called High Maintenance by Shawn Wines, which won the silver medal at the Student Academy Awards this year. It's very funny. They're calling Shawn Wines the next Judd Apatow. It's kind of long. We'll show
The
you a
next
clip
John
here.
Apatow.
Yeah, exactly.
That works out perfectly. That he's already on his way.
Yeah, but it's a funny movie, and you actually can see all the movies at the website. Speaking of new up and coming filmmakers, Sundance is going to be starting up here January 19th. So it's kind of rolling along. Sundance announced the films that they're going to be showing this year, both in and out of competition.
Will we be there?
Yeah,
we will.
Yeah, no, I won't be there. I don't have the money to go, but
if you guys want,
they actually are doing that whole the thing like Sundance across America. I don't know if you've heard about this, but they actually show some films in theaters across America. So like in Tucson, and Chicago, and New York. So for people who can't make it out to Sundance, they can go see a couple Sundance films. So that's kind of cool. Nothing in LA, but
Yeah,
they
of
just say,
course.
"Hey, we should head up there." Yeah.
Forget those guys. They don't care.
So, but some good films coming out Sundance this year. I'm actually looking forward to this new Spike Lee joint.
Yeah. Summer Hook or
Red Hook Summer.
Red Hook Summer, yeah.
It's they're saying it's the sequel to Do the Right Thing. Mookie's back.
Yeah. Is that what the title's called? Mookie's back?
Colin, Mookie's back. Yeah.
Because Mookie's, that's my favorite.
This time though, he's in Atlanta. He's not even in New York, so
It gets hot down there.
it's hot.
I get
Atlanta.
agitated. They
So
got pizza joints. So
they do. Yeah. I don't know if they have so many Italian Americans, but
no, but they got Mookie.
they got
so,
Mookie. So I'm looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to this new So
So
Young
Young.
Kim film called For Ellen.
I was totally, you know what I mean? thought it was gonna spell like something else. It's
Yeah.
So Young Kim.
Her name is-
at first.
yeah.
I just thought it was.
So-
I thought you're.
Young Kim.
Yeah.
She's a new rapper.
So this young
It's related to Little Kim.
girl. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, you know, So Young Kim did like all these like dramatic films back at Sundance. She's never really kind of been huge. I don't know if you've seen anything by her, but you out there and Colin behind the camera.
Yeah, we got the new cameraman.
Yeah, no more
I mean,
Mick.
you know, yeah, no more Mick. So Mick moved
Bastard.
on.
Moving to, we'll call him an old bastard.
Yeah, old bastard.
Dirty bastard.
ODB. Well, this is the rapper's special here.
Little Kim and old
Yeah.
ODB. So Young Kim has this new film, For Ellen, with Paul Dano and John Heder, and it's not a comedy. It's a very dramatic film about like a custody battle, I guess. So looking forward to that one. They got, I think, the first of probably a dozen West Memphis 3 docs are coming out about the guys, the West Memphis 3 that were released from prison this year.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward. Is Radio Raheem going to be in this new Spike Lee thing or what? Because
I don't know.
I think I could play that role. I mean, we don't even have radios. Like, is it going to be modern now? Now I have so many questions. You brought it up.
You got to go to the website. Check it
Yeah,
out.
now I got to go to the website here.
The new Julie
Tim and-
Delpy.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, the
Tim
new
and Eric.
Tim and Eric. Yeah,
$1 billion movie.
that
So-
looks fucking insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Dude,
Explicit.
In 2012,
I've been meaning to tell you this all night, but I love you, man. I love our friendship.
Thank you. I honor you, and I honor our friendship, and I honor our love.
2 of America's most celebrated icons
Hi, I'm Eric Wareheim.
And I'm Tim Heidecker.
Motherfucking Tim and Eric. Oh, yeah! Present a motion picture so epic,
I want to eat that fucking heart! Yeah! Yes!
it will leave you in shock.
Breathe.
It's got romance.
I wanted to go deep inside you and explode in your canal.
It's got action.
Where are your sons?
It's got sex. It's got special effects. It's got stars.
Oh, how nice! Hi. I'm Chef Goldblum.
It's got shrimp.
Sounds like shrimp.
Laugh.
Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie.
That was awesome.
it looks like it's.
Holy smokes! You guys need to check that one out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It actually plays on demand in January, so you don't even have to wait that long.
Yeah.
So speaking of $1 billion movies, the Golden Globes, which honors studios' best films.
Yes.
We got the nominations that came out this year, or this week, and some surprises, some not surprises. Definitely, the big films got nominated.
Of course.
Your movie, The Artist, kind of stole the nominations. It's definitely the front runner at this point.
Yeah.
We got the whole list on
Yeah,
CinemaBeach.com.
come check out the website.
But
all the list.
I want to talk to you about what you think about some of them.
Oh wow! Look at
Yeah,
this.
we're going straight up here.
He's pulling out the list, folks.
Got it
He's
right
whipping
here.
it out.
Excuse me while I whip this out. So drama.
Well, if you're just going with the list, then that's fine.
Yeah. So we got The Descendants, which we talked about. We got
Yes.
The Artist. We have Hugo.
Moneyball.
Moneyball. So did you see Moneyball?
I didn't finish it. Sorry. Moneyball. That's actually even worse. It was actually good. I was watching it at work. And so I probably had to get back to work.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I didn't see it yet. Did you see it?
I saw it, yeah.
What'd you think?
I really enjoyed it. I also read the book, so it
Oh, okay.
helps. But
And you like sports movies?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's-
And Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill are great. It's a Sorkin script. So.
Now, did Jonah Hill get nominated?
He did.
Yes.
for
He did.
supporting.
Supporting actor. Yeah.
So yeah, that's. Do you think it's deserved?
I think so. He did a great job.
He did-
yeah.
he did a really
He
good
was
job.
tremendous.
Yeah.
You know,
Did-
opposite of the sitter.
And Brad Pitt
Yes.
got nominated.
So
Opposite.
yeah. I know that's what you thought he got nominated
Yeah,
for at first.
he
You're
should have.
like,
Come on, it's
sitter.
David Gordon Green.
Yeah. But yeah, him and Moneyball. I mean, Brad Pitt too, as Colin said.
Yeah,
over
they're-
there.
are they? They're saying that Jonah Hill might actually get nominated for the Oscar.
I could see that.
Yeah, I mean it's
So-
the Golden Globes, they do the supporting actor, but it's not a split category. So it's a good bet that whoever's nominated for the Golden Globe is probably going to get nominated for the Oscar, especially in the supporting categories. The lead actor category, not so much. They do split it up. We've got Jean Dujardin is nominated for comedy actor for The Artist. The Artist was actually nominated for Best Comedy instead of Best Drama. It's not really a comedy, but Harvey Weinstein's got to kind of hedge his bets.
Yeah.
So,
I thought it was funny.
what do you think? You think Hugo's going to take Best Drama
I think so.
over The Descendants, over The Help?
Though the Golden Globes are always kind of a mixed bag, so I don't know. I mean,
I think Hugo is a safe bet, but I think Artist is a safe bet for the comedy. 50-50 got nominated, which is actually getting a lot of love in the critics circles, in the indie world, and now in the Golden Globes. So there's actually a bet that it might get nominated for a Best Picture Oscar. So
I mean, I did like the movie. Did you like the movie?
I
Did you
didn't see the movie.
Oh,
No.
wow.
I heard it's great. You liked it. The screenplay definitely will get nominated for an Oscar. It got nominated for a Golden Globe.
I mean, millions of people have cancer. Right. Go support them.
I do support people with cancer. I don't support cancer.
No.
I support the fight against
Oh,
cancer.
yeah. But this. Did they get?
Runa Mara got nominated
yes,
for
yes, Dragon Tattoo.
Dragon Tattoo, which opens actually when this podcast is out, it's out in theaters. So
Today.
today, go see it, or tonight, I guess. I'm looking forward to the movie. I actually am a fan of the originals. I'm definitely a fan of the books. She looks good in it. She's
Yeah.
no Numi Rapace or whatever her name was. So that's what I'm a little. I don't know. Did you like the original? Did you ever see the original?
I love the books more than I love the movie.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, but
And Nimi Rapace she's good in it.
Yeah.
She's really good in it. But I think Rooney Mara is.
You think she's gonna? Yeah.
I think she really.
I think so.
I don't know. I'm really excited. I mean, I don't question the Fincher. You
No,
know what I mean?
never
That
question the
guy's-
Fincher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a sin. You're just not allowed to do that. So, I mean, just every time I see a new piece of the trailer or something
You get
comes out,
excited.
I just can't wait. I mean, the guy makes magic in my eyes. So.
Well, so what do you think about Trent Reznor's score? I mean, it's definitely a better score than Social Network.
What?
I hated the Social
Oh
Network score.
no!
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
did you hear this?
I hate it.
Oh, that's
It
it.
was
We just
so-
lost like every fan.
No,
Probably
there are people out there that
crapped
agree
on
with
us.
me, and
I don't know
We'll
about
see
that,
about
Brian.
that.
it was so like
It was so great. Is what you mean to say?
no, it was.
anyone-
It didn't feel original. It felt derivative.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of
And-
what?
Of Crash. I mean, these kind of tonal.
Did you watch Crash lately? Crash had.
Oh, I hate the movie.
I saw
I will
the
never
movie
see it.
Crash, and at first I'm on the computer and Crash is playing behind me, and I was like, "Is that Gladiator?" Because it has like that Indian girl who's like chanting. The
Yeah.
whole
Oh
time,
yeah.
whatever.
Aside
What's
from
that?
the Indian girl, but I'm talking about the tonal, like, the one fucking note of like boom, boom, and guy gets crashed into it too much. But there were other films out there that did it a lot.
Oh,
I think Trent Reznor won the Oscar last year for the score because he's fucking Trent Reznor. I think it was like,
wait,
ooh,
he's fucking himself.
He's-
Wait,
yeah, well, yes.
Man, oh, this guy's amazing. He should win
And that's
more
why they
awards,
gave him the
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, I mean,
That deserves
it's
it.
one of these things. It's a crossover. It's a guy who you don't expect to do, a big score, and here he comes along. And you got to give Fincher credit for doing that. But I will say the Dragon Tattoo score, which I've heard, is amazing.
I mean,
It's-
yeah. I don't know. We're gonna have
he's
to-
redeemed it in my eyes, and in fact, I will say, okay, we'll give him the Academy Award because of this score, not necessarily because of Social Network. You guys disagree,
Oh,
but
yeah. Well, we do that a lot in Hollywood anyway.
Yeah.
Give someone an award.
yeah, for something else.
You know, I mean, I should win my Academy Award now for shit that I'm gonna do. 20 years from now. If you guys, just want to give me
Start the
one of
campaign.
those. Yeah, just give me one now.
Speaking of starting the campaign, your pick for supporting actor didn't get nominated. Uggy the dog.
I know.
There's actually a Facebook campaign. Get Uggy nominated.
And this is why I fully support that because Uggy made the movie. Oh,
He did.
That's really sad. If Uggy made the movie.
Yeah, no, the movie made the movie, but Uggy he's more of a supporting actor than say what's her face?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Jerry.
What's her
girl,
name?
the girl.
Bernice Bailey.
Oh, no.
She's a lead.
Yeah,
She's
okay,
a lead.
yeah.
She's
Uggy's
the
a
lead.
supporting.
Uggy's the supporting.
Uggy's the dog
Right,
in the
yeah.
movie, and
He is amazing.
he's
at it.
hilarious.
He is,
I mean,
yeah.
he makes if you're gonna put the movie as a comedy, he's the comedy. So it's
I know. You
where's
don't-
the nomination?
You don't have Frasier without that little dog,
Yes.
Or Tintin. I mean, yeah, they could have all been. They could have all had their own little category. Well, Frasier's a TV show, but
Well,
what I'm saying, like,
the serious note, they're never gonna give
A CG
an animal
dog.
or a CG. Yeah, so, same thing with what's his face.
Andy Serkis.
Yeah, Andy Serkis. There's the big campaign.
He should have,
to
though.
give
He
him.
was great in that.
I mean, he's an amazing actor.
they're really pushing for it too, because if you watch the commercial for the DVD, they're like
Yeah.
showing
Yeah.
like extras with Andy Serkis actually like crying.
It's not
and
gonna
stuff,
happen.
and-
But yeah, it should. I mean, why can't it happen?
It's
What's
a
his
performance.
Yeah.
It is. Well, I'm sorry, Uggy. I tried.
No, extremely loud and incredibly close nominations.
Yes.
Which I think is somewhat surprising. That looks like Oscar bait, as we talked about, and it's no one's seen it yet. Or the critics who have seen it are in embargo, so they can't really talk about it. So no critics circles are nominating
I
it.
think that's why. I mean, we see.
So you think Oscar's gonna?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Oscar's definitely gonna fall in love with Sandra Bullock again.
We always do.
Well, I don't.
It's because you're a comic.
And no Gary Oldman. No Gary Oldman
And
nomination.
once again, yes,
You love the Gary Oldman. You
I
don't think
do
he's getting his
love-
props.
I think he's getting his props.
So that's the Golden Globe nominations, and you can actually check out all the nominations on the website. Either our website or the thousands of other websites that talk about the Golden Globe
No,
nominations.
ours.
Go to ours, yeah. So that's the news feed there.
Yeah, I guess that's it. When we get back, Colin, we'll switch spots, and Colin will come talk about young adult with
Young
you.
adult, yeah, crazy Charlize Theron. So
Yeah.
stay tuned.
For more film news, check out the news feed on our website at CinemaBeach.com. There you can find all the current happenings in the world of independent film, from trailers to casting announcements, production reports to film festival updates. The news feed at Cinema Beach is your best source for indie film news. While you're there, subscribe to our RSS feed, and don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter.
What are you doing back in Mercury? Or you move back, or?
Of course not. Gross.
Oh yeah. I'm up on the 11th floor and I'm watching the cruisers below.
Psychotic prom queen bitch.
Down on the street and
Here's the deal. Buddy Slade and I are meant to be together, and I'm here to get him back.
I'm pretty sure he's married with a kid on the way.
No, kid's here. I'm cool with it. I mean, I've got baggage too.
I would keep all of this to yourself. I would find a therapist.
Hollywood is ripe with comedies about the middle-aged man-child, a stunted adult whose immaturity provides endless comedy. But rare is it to see women characters who suffer from an unrealized adulthood. Young Adult gives us this, and in the process proves that while the comedy is there, it's much darker, bitter, and more disturbing. Starring Charlize Theron and directed by Jason Reitman, this is a surprising film that will certainly earn its star accolades. But its desperate and sardonic outlook on life may be a turnoff for mainstream audiences.
I can't disagree, although I love the film.
Yeah. It's a fantastic
for
movie.
everyone.
No, definitely not.
No.
I think it's definitely Reitman's darker film. By the way, this is Colin.
What's up?
Colin is our critic on CinemaBeach.com,
One
and
of a few.
who wrote the review for this. And so yeah, I mean, you definitely like the movie. I definitely like the movie.
Yeah, it's great. It was. Frankly, I think it's Jason Reitman's best film.
I agree. It's definitely his more mature work.
No, absolutely.
My thing with this is So the movie is about a woman who is a young adult author, as she says.
Well, late 30s actually.
Well, yeah. It's not. Yeah, I guess I don't mean young adult. Well, young adult.
She writes young adult.
She writes
fiction.
young adult fiction. She's not herself a young adult.
Oh, but she wants to.
That's the thing is, she's definitely immature in her development as an adult, and her whole thing is that she watches lots of reality TV shows, Kim Kardashian type of stuff, and
brushes her teeth with Diet Coke.
Yeah, exactly. Which I mean, the use of Diet Coke in the movie is fantastic, totally spot on.
And all the what was it the combination Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, KFC.
I don't remember what they call it. But.
What should call it?
It's classic. I love it. She's driving down the street and she's like looking for what's there to do in town, And the thing is, she goes to this real kind of podunk Midwest town, and there's nothing there. There's a Walmart and a combination Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, KFC. And
it's gonna drive me crazy when I think of the name of that. It's brilliant.
It's like a Pizza Bell or something like that.
I think it was Taco Bell first, though.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, we'll write it right here. But it's. So she basically says, I'm gonna change my life when she actually gets a message from her old ex-boyfriend from high school that says, I've had a baby. She realizes, she's kind of gone nowhere with her life. Things are not, where she wants them to be. And she realizes that her heyday was back when she was in high school with.
She peaked.
Yeah, she peaked. And she was, the Miss Popular in high school, the prom queen. Everybody loved her, and she's still that person. She's just that person in a kind of a different environment. So she decides to go back home and steal her boyfriend, despite the fact that he's married and has a kid.
Terribly, terribly happy.
And yeah, terribly happy, even though she kind of is in denial about that. And in the process, she goes home and she meets a kid who wasn't popular in high school, played by Patton Oswalt, and who she kind of has a connection with, in the sense that they're both these kind of crippled, him literally, her, emotionally and immaturity, and yet they can't ever seem to get past high school, and some fantastic scenes, some fantastic writing by Diablo Cody,
who also takes a major step forward.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, listen, Matt, it was really nice seeing you.
Yeah, what are you doing back in Mercury? Or you moved back, or?
Of course not. Gross. No, I live in Minneapolis. I'm just here taking care of a little real estate thing, own some property, and...
I read in the Sun you're a writer.
Yes, I am an author.
Children's books.
YA. That's industry speak for young adult. It's a very popular teen series. It's everywhere. It's huge. You've probably seen it.
Vampires?
Charlize Theron, let's talk about her.
Whew, boy. The thing that I was struck with watching the movie was that in the 2003 film Monster, obviously she got the Academy Award, rightly so, because she was great at it. But it was more about, I think, the physical transformation that she underwent to play Eileen Wuornos. And with this, I would argue, as I do in the review on CinemaBeach.com, that to play this character takes a lot more bravery.
Yeah.
It's more fearless to play this character because she isn't hiding behind makeup.
Yeah, well, she kind of is a little
bit. She is, but
different kind of makeup.
Yeah. But to be like this, she's a terrible human being. In this movie,
she is. You can argue more of a monster.
Yeah, you would.
I mean, she's not killing anybody.
She's not, but she's.
But she might as well.
She's emotionally and psychologically damaging people.
Yeah.
And leaving them in a way.
Yeah. One of the things that actually really struck me, and kind of giving away a little bit at the end there, the idea that she doesn't learn a lesson. This is a woman who is so just dirty and monstrous.
And terrible.
But there comes that point where she can learn a lesson, and there is that kind of studio, happy ending type of thing.
Here we go.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, there's that, it just flips back, and you realize they're not going to go this direction, and you got to applaud them for doing that.
I think that's my favorite scene in the movie.
Yeah.
It's and also should be mentioned, Colette Wolfe is amazing in that role.
Yeah, especially in that scene.
Yeah, in that scene.
End. Yeah.
And this is something I thought of after I wrote the review. I wish I'd put in there, but not that it really belongs. But obviously, there's all the talk of Patton Oswalt's character being perceived as being gay in high school.
Right.
I think that actually maybe Colette Wolfe's character, who's his sister, really is gay. and maybe has a bit of a crush on.
Yeah.
Because there's a talk about leaving the cookies in the locker in high school.
There are some little, she's definitely has some sort of infatuation with, the character. If not in love with her, at least in love with the idea.
Right.
Maybe wants to be her.
Right.
Which,
or be her friend.
Yeah. And so it's a great scene, that last scene. The problem, though, that I think, and I talk about this, how it might turn off mainstream audiences, is that scene right there, that last scene, basically can be interpreted as, is this Diablo Cody or Jason Reitman's interpretation of Middle America?
Right.
And the problem with that is that Middle America will be offended by this.
Of course,
movie. This is a movie that basically says...
It probably won't even really play.
That's true, yeah. But, it's a movie that says, I'm going to take somebody out of Middle America who feels that they're too good to be in that environment and take them to the big city where they can succeed. And the only way that she can, be happy is to be in the big city. And I think it's a bad view, but I don't necessarily think it's the view of the director. It's the view of the character, which I think is a real view for some people.
And bravo for them for not giving into the Hollywoodization.
Yeah.
Of, she learns a lesson.
Yeah.
And she changes.
If it was Reese Witherspoon in the movie,
God.
It would be I learned a lesson.
You're right. I'm terrible.
So yeah.
Yeah, and just going back to that scene really quick, just because I'm in love with it. It's the kind of scene where you're watching it and you can't believe what you're seeing or hearing because it's literally my jaw was not attached to my mouth.
Yeah.
It was like I can't believe this is happening in a Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
It's tremendous.
And I saw the movie with Mick, who has admitted on the show before he is a huge Alexander Payne fan. And one of the great things about this movie is, as opposed to The Descendants, The Descendants is not an Alexander Payne movie.
No.
Young Adult is an Alexander Payne movie.
Young Adult is Election.
Yeah. It's almost like the sequel to Election.
Yeah, it is.
Which we talked about when we saw the movie, Mick and I. And what's great is the Hollywood Reporter. I don't know if you saw these roundtables that they did this year.
I wanted to. I don't think I ever.
They had all these different directors. They did like a directors roundtable, actors, all this different stuff. But they had the directors roundtable, and they had Jason Reitman was there, and Alexander Payne was there. And Jason Reitman admitted in front of Alexander Payne, how much he adores, Payne, and how that he was such an influence on his life. And it's definitely, clear in this movie. You definitely see that this is where Payne was going, and maybe if Payne hadn't done The Descendants, he might have done a movie like this.
And what's interesting is that if you look at Juno and certainly Up in the Air, and a little bit of Thank You for Smoking, it's almost like Payne and Reitman are kind of crisscrossing.
Reitman
started out where Payne's going. And
maybe Payne is actually inspired by Reitman.
Maybe.
Can I help you find something?
I'm going to a rock concert with an old flame.
Let's show him what he's been missing.
No, he's seen me recently. He knows. But his wife hasn't seen me in a while, so... You can come to the city with me like we always planned.
Mavis, I'm a married man.
No, we can beat this thing together.
So, Young Adult, see it. It's out actually now. It opened wider this week, and you can see it in most places, even in Middle America, probably.
Hopefully.
Check it out. Give it a shot and really kind of dissect the movie, thinking about it in terms of a Payne film or a Juno or something like that. So. Up next, we're going to do our DVD pick of the week, which is not Election. Could be.
Surprisingly.
No, different one. You'll be surprised, so stay tuned.
To check out more about this movie, head on over to the review section at CinemaBeach.com. Read the complete review, or check out the other reviews on the site. Updated weekly, we've got you covered on all the films playing in Southern California's art houses. You can also browse our archives for past reviews from all of our contributors.
Happy birthday, boy! Dad, what are you doing? You're 30! It's my birthday!
Your mom and I are very serious this time.
But like the deadline, if it could be pushed back for 1 week.
It's time for you to fly.
When all we was doing, I asked you to pick that 0. And right now, that's exactly where your sales quota is going.
I decided that I needed to do something more monumental with my life.
I mean, that seems like a pretty good decision.
I'm Rose.
We were thinking maybe Herman was gay.
I wish I would have known it was your birthday. I would have got you a present.
But if you just met me, would you think that I was like an interesting person?
For those who have been been watching our show these past couple of weeks, you'll know that in this segment we feature a DVD that ties in with our main review. However, this week our pick is almost the opposite of young adult, and is the perfect tie-in with the season's other great indie films. Spooner is about a man-child who finds an unconventional way to grow up. A 30-year-old loser, this hapless sap, played by Matthew Lillard, finds love at a car dealership and embarks on a childlike journey of infatuation and ultimately self-discovery. Tony, did you see Spooner?
No, I didn't.
No. Well,
but I do love the word hapless sap. That's pretty good there.
Yes, thanks.
Hapless sap.
Spooner, you should definitely see it. It's a good one. It's directed by Drake Dormus, who did Like Crazy this year.
Which I love Like Crazy.
Yes.
So.
And it definitely has elements of Like Crazy. There's some of that improvisational kind of love story thing going on, but it is more of a comedy. And it stars Matthew Lillard, who was in The Descendants this year. It's definitely not your classic crazy Matthew Lillard, hacker, Scream, Shaggy, whatever have you. It's more like The Descendants, kind of what he's doing there. It's just a really good performance. The story is about a 30-year-old who's still living at home, who hasn't really grown up. He actually lives in like his little fort in the backyard.
What's so wrong with that? Are you saying something about me, Brian? Is this a ruse? Are we on interventions here? Are you guys telling me something?
So Tony.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. You gotta go see Young Adult. You gotta see Spooner because you need to learn a lesson here.
You need to grow up.
No, but it's so he works at a car dealership and he falls in love with a girl who
very beautiful.
What's her name again?
Nora Zehetner.
Nora Zehetner. Wow, I actually forgot there in that few minutes. Nora Zehetner, who was fantastic in Brick a few years ago, and she really hasn't done much since actually.
She had a cameo in Brothers Bloom.
That's right, she did, and she played in some like young kids movie as well too. But she really doesn't do much, and she definitely is that kind of Felicity Jones, like kind of cute little adorable, definitely easy to fall in love with type of character, and so the whole thing, Matthew Lillard discovers her.
Conjures him up to.
I think that's what it is. I think Drake Dormus, likes these kind of characters, and so it kind of inspires Matthew Lillard to kind of grow up. And this is in the sense that young adult is basically kind of a disturbing and dark, kind of biting commentary on these type of characters. This one, he learns a lesson. It's kind of the happy movie. It is the opposite of young adult in that sense. So if you're looking for that, check out Spooner. If you've seen Young Adult and you're like, I don't like this, watch Spooner because it's a little different.
So are you good at it?
Am I good at what?
Spooning.
Yeah. I'm good at that.
So it's a good film, and it's a good film. Like I said, if you've been watching the show and you've seen our reviews of Like Crazy and The Descendants, definitely go back and check it out. Check out his other film Douchebag, which he made after Spooner but before Like Crazy. So yeah, it's on Netflix streaming. It's on DVD. You can actually get it, Netflix and other places. It's not on Blu-ray, but go check it out. It's a good one. Tony, what else you got coming out this week?
Out on DVD this week, Midnight in Paris, Woody Allen's breakout hit this year, starring Owen Wilson as a writer who is visited by his dead literary heroes. Warrior, the MMA fighter flick that has Tom Hardy beating on Joel Edgerton. This classic sports drama from director Gavin O'Connor hits all the right notes. Margin Call, the thriller about Wall Street, the days before the 2008 financial meltdown. With an all-star cast from the first-time director, it's not a perfect film, but it's one to catch. Blackthorn imagines that Butch Cassidy survived the shootout in Bolivia and grows to become an old man who gets tangled in one last heist. Sam Shepard is perfect as an iconic Cassidy, but the film could use a bit more originality. Catch 44, the shoot-'em-up double-crosser actioner that rips off Tarantino. With a bill that includes Bruce Willis, Forrest Whitaker, and Nikki Reed, you'll feel double-crossed if you give this one a shot. And finally, The Tempest, Julie Taymor's latest take on Shakespeare that bends gender with Helen Mirren as Prospero. In classic Taymor style, it's a gorgeous film full of wonderful actors, but the style may outshine the classic story. At least no one got injured in high wire acts in this one.
Well, that's it for Cinema Beach. I'm Brian Thompson.
And I'm Tony Ortiz, and On behalf of Colin Inslee and the rest of the Cinema Beach crew, thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.